Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist, and it is the first Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for 2025. Oh my gosh, how exciting! So, the bonus card this week is all about soul alignment, which is perfectly timed. So, this reading is going to be from the 30th of December through to the 5th of January. So, we are going to be hitting a new moon in Capricorn as well, which is very structured and practical, which is brilliant because sometimes we have to come out of the head and we have to put in those practical actions to manifest our intentions, our goals, things like that. But having the soul alignment theme bonus card is also going to support that. So this is going to give you the guidance for your first week of 2025. And we're also entering into a collective universal 9 year, which is all about completion. It's about tying up loose ends. It's about releasing what doesn't serve us or our life or our businesses, our health, etc. So that we are really laying the seeds for the universal year one, which obviously comes in 2026. So 9 years are all about, completing those projects, going through this growth and transformation so that we can, continue to become the best version of ourselves. But part of that process is going to be the releasing and letting go. So this is what you're kind of like entering into in 2025 on the 1st of January. Of course, it's not going to kick in straight away, but those energies are going to be starting to be felt. Some of you may have already started to feel those energies already and are already thinking, and I'd for my own health, mental well-being, spiritual well-being and growth, I need to let go of this. I need to do things slightly different. I need to make some tweaks here. And the universal 9 year is going to really help support that. It's going to really help you to, make those decisions, make those choices and take that action. Capricorn new moon also supports that. So without further ado, if you want to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3, I'll reveal the messages, themes, and energies now helping you over this next 7 days. So this is going to be your main focus. I would encourage you to listen to all 3 cards because you're going to get this layered approach. You're going to get a full, rich picture for your week. And the soul alignment is just kind of the cherry on top, which gives you that extra bit of information that just, optimizes this next 7 days. So for those that have picked card 1 entering into 2025, the focus for you is all about fun and joy. So there may be just a little bit of reflection time in terms of looking at your 2024 and your 2025. And it's like, how can I have more fun and joy? In this next 12 months. So this is all about, feeling a little bit more carefree, bringing more fun and joy literally into your experience. And also what you might find as part of your 2025 is that there may be some more inner child healing or connection needed to support you actually being able to have more fun and joy. We do have an aspect of us that helps us to tap into those frequencies in a really easy way. But if we're not kind of like recognizing we have an inner child, or we've not connected in with them for quite a while, we're not sure how to connect in with them, then this is a kind of like a great card and a great kind of reflection and action to kind of start to have you think about, well, how can I bring more fun and joy? Who do I need to hang out with that brings more fun and joy into my experience? What do I need to do as an activity to help bring more fun and joy and carefree and frivolity and just this light energy? It's lightness. It's kind of like not having so many cares in the world, not carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And if that means that there's an energetic influence there, maybe a physical influence there that's not supporting you being able to connect in with fun and joy, this card, we've got all of these beautiful butterflies in the card. This card is asking you for you to transform the limiting beliefs, the I can't do this, maybe addictions, habits, whatever you've got linked with that. There's plenty of butterflies in this card acknowledging you can do this. You might need some support. We don't have to do this stuff on our own. And actually, it's easier to not do it on your own and have support there in some shape or form. But there is lots of transformation in this card. So fun and joy. And fun and joy actually is a great way to transform some of the lower dense energies anyway by, we know that laughter yoga or laughter just as an activity just raises your vibration really, really quickly. And that's for a reason, it's it's a higher vibration. It has us feel good. So if just laughing is the way for you to start to tap into fun and joy, then get and watch some funny movies, hang out with people that make you laugh. So fun and joy is your first card of 2025. So that's bringing more fun and joy. How can you factor more of that into your experience through 2025? If this is something that you've been focusing on actually, and you've actively, intentionally done this through your 2024 or towards the end of 2024, this is an acknowledgement card to say, brilliant, keep going, because it is transforming things. We don't need to know everything that we're transforming, that we are releasing, that we are healing. Just know that this is actually happening because you are intentionally bringing more fun and joy into your experience. And, really look at for those that need to go through this process, really look at what you are digesting and ingesting in terms of frequency, in terms of your environment, in terms of your connections, your people. Because that's really important, because that's a direct source into your energy field. And if that's not bringing fun and joy in some shape or form, then we really need to look at year 9. What do we need to release? And we can lovingly let go of things. We don't have to do it through pain and struggle. We can just lovingly do it. And we do it in a very gentle and slow way. That's perfect. So fun and joy. That's card 1. Okay, so if you've picked card 2 as your main focus for 2025, entering into this first week, it is cosmic healing. So for me, there's a real collective connection here. It is about having those people around you. That's important. Those people that are on your vibe, that encourage and elevate your energy, not drain it. So that's a really important thing. So again, similar to card 1, what influences have you got around you that are supportive for you to do your own healing process, but also there also is maybe an opportunity for some of you to step more into the healer role in a collective way, maybe in a more kind of like in a bigger way, be more visible with your healing abilities, your knowledge, your spiritual wisdom, because this is off planet, this is kind of out in the stratosphere, and there are these hands around the Merkaba here, which means that there's this natural magnetism, there's this natural draw that you have in your auric field that will draw people to you. But are you utilizing that, or do you have some lack of self-confidence, limiting beliefs around that? You have everything that you need, but you may need to work on your confidence, your ability to be more visible out in the world. And that does come with having discernment around your energy and how much you are giving, what practices you have in place to keep your energy pristine, clean, and guarded. Not guarded because we need to shield ourselves from things that are going to get us, because that's a very disempowering viewpoint. This is more about I'm in my power and I choose who I want to give my energy to and how much I give my energy. And I have the necessary practices and light and beings that are supporting that, crystals, whatever it might be, to help me keep that, my energy in a really, tip-top condition. That's basically what it is. Keep your aura in a tip-top condition. So cosmic healing, stepping into visibility, being the healer, the spiritual guide in a bigger way. So if you are not doing this, this is an invitation to have a think about, why am I not doing that? What is underneath that? What are the fears, the insecurities, the doubts that I have? Is it that I do fear that I'm going to get drained by being able to, be visible in a bigger way? And if that's the case, then look at your practices. How often are you doing those things? Do you feel that you don't know enough, or that you're healing, you haven't got enough feedback to know that if your healing works? This is where we have to let go of the outcomes and trust that whatever we are giving as a healing, that it will do exactly what it needs to do for that person. Obviously, there needs to be some structured training within that, if you want to come from a place of integrity. But we are, some of us are natural healers, as in we're really good listeners. We hold space for people. We don't need a qualification to do that. But is it something that you want to turn into an actual vocation? And if that's the case, then there may be just some ideas that are bubbling up for you this week, that you feel that you want to go bigger in what you are interested in, or you have a natural gift in. But it is about discernment. But you're going to have this natural magnetism. This is what this card is saying. Natural magnetism. Are you utilizing it in a way that serves you and it serves others? This is collective energy. People can do this just simply by, programming a crystal, sending love out from your heart. I do this most days. I do an 11-minute meditation, a heart meditation, listening to a specific frequency, and I send out love from my heart to everywhere, throughout time and space. I am sending love for 11 minutes from my heart. Unconditional love, without expectation, just sending out that love. And that's, people can do that. And that's a cosmic healing. That's how we can step into that, just by doing that, not expecting anything in return. Now, obviously, if you want to do it as a vocation, then there needs to be fair exchange as well. But it's really where you're coming from, cosmic healing. Now, for some of you, you might also find that there is, again, a necessity for your own healing. Having space, being held by those that know what they're doing, can hold you in the appropriate space so that you can become the best version of yourself and step into this healing space to work through whatever it is that you need to work through in order, as I say, to become the best version of yourself in 2025. So it might be that for some of you, you are seeking out others to help hold space for you so you can figure out your stuff and you can make those necessary adjustments. You can release what you need to release energetically, karmically, whatever's, in the Akashic Records. You can clear that and move forward without this debris that you are dragging along, that you don't even realize you're dragging along. The burdens, the contracts, the vows, the cords, the entities, there's a lot of stuff that we can drag through our incarnations that we don't even realize we're doing. So for some of you, it might be that you want to step into a more energetically aligned place. And soul alignment, don't forget, is the bonus card this week. Cosmic healing is for card 2. Now, if you've not listened to card 1, please go listen to card 1, because that's going to give you a different aspect for you to also consider for this week. But card 2, if you pick card 2, is your main focus. If you want to go deeper and you want to have your own reading for 2025, you want to do a quarterly package, or you want to get your own deck of cards, which is the Akashic Oracle card deck, which comes with a free key pendulum. It's a key that you turn into a pendulum, and I'll show you how to use it to activate karmic healing, and a masterclass. Then the link is in the description below. So this is a channeled deck which has 7 chambers that you can enter into the Akashic Records within, to activate healing, to obviously give guidance. It's a modality in a box. It's not just a deck of cards that you read. It is so much more. So if you want to get your own deck, play along with me each week, or be able to be in a position to start to really connect with the records and start to empower yourself. These are an empowerment tool. The records are an empowerment tool for you to step forward in the most aligned and brilliant way in 2025, then definitely get a deck of cards. Okay, so this made me laugh because I was kind of like, okay, what's my main focus when I was tuning in before? And it was card 3. Of course it's card 3. It's the Akashic Records. Oh my God, it's just, I still get surprised and delighted by my guides. Okay, so the Akashic Records. So there's a couple of messages here. So for you entering 2025 with card 3 as your main focus, The Akashic Records is calling you. There is no escape. If you have been kind of like, if you've got the Akashic Records on your radar and you're kind of like, and ahhing, is it for me? I don't know how to do it. It's going to be hard. It's going to take ages to learn. It's arduous to use them. They're not quick. They're not fast. I can tell you that that's a load of BS, and you just got to work. You've got to learn your method. That's all. And ideally, you have a framework to follow. So, like a step-by-step guide, which is really efficient and effective. So the Akashic Records is calling you. So that's one of the messages. So using the Akashic Records more deeply through 2025. And if you're already using the records, this card is saying there is more depth that you can go to. That's one of the things of year 9 is that we go into greater depth with things. We're letting go of the fluff. We're letting go of the distraction, and we're going more deep with certain things, which are going to help us, that are going to evolve us, they're going to grow us into the best version of ourselves. So the Akashic Records is definitely calling you, or to go deeper with the Akashic Records. Similarly, I feel to the Fun and Joy card and the Cosmic Healing, this is also about the visibility part. It's about connection. So connection is coming through in all of these cards, and I'll show you why in a minute with the other cards. But you've got the main key here, which is you. You are the key to your success. You are the key to the best version of yourself. You are the key to having the most aligned and prosperous and wealthy experience in this incarnation. You are the key. When we can't move past a certain point, it's only us that blocks us, but it's just trying to discern what it is that is blocking us. Is it a limiting belief? Is it a program? Is it a vow or something that we have taken in the past? That's where the detective work comes in. That's where the Akashic Records is really helpful, because it fast tracks and gets you to understand what the thing is so that you can release it or learn more of a lesson around it, see it from a different perspective, understand it more. And then when you have that wisdom, when you have that insight, it means that you can then move through it. So the Akashic Records is calling you. This is giving you an opportunity to step into your greatness in a bigger way. And when we do, when we're in this natural soul alignment, when we're in our vibe, when we are in our purpose and mission, for instance, when we're starting to release things and starting to, change our habits and change maybe our connections and feel happier, and feel more self-love, it becomes magnetic to others, and kind of like, oh, what's she doing? What's he doing? What's the secret going on there? How come all of a sudden they seem different? They seem lighter. They seem happier. Seem less burdened, less stressed. And that's because they're doing the inner work, and that's what the Akashic Records helps you to do. But by natural default, when we do the inner work, as we know, and we change our inner reality, the natural byproduct is to change our external reality. And people take notice of that. They don't even realize it just magnetize these people all of a sudden into your experience, or clients or whatever. So visibility is also going to be part of your kind of like starting point. So this is an invitation to think about, do I want to be more visible? So for instance, if you're in business, or like in your workplace, or even within your family or relationships, do I want to be more visible? Do I want to really step into my power in a bigger way? How can I do that? Because this card is giving you an invitation to do that as well. That is one of my learnings, one of my key things that my year 8 has given me, is that visibility. Indirectly, it wasn't something that I purposely set out to do. I'm going to be really visible in my 2024. It just naturally evolved because I was following the soul nudges, and I was saying yes to the things that felt good, which for me has always worked. And I've been doing that for a long time, indirectly, not realizing it until I reflect back, and it's like, oh yeah, I was following the soul nudge there. This was something that was going to excite me. One of my main frequencies that I give off and I am motivated by is excitement, which is a close energy to fear. It can be a close energy to fear, but excitement, things that are going to have me feel excited. So I do communicate in quite an excited way at times as well. When I've got something that I'm like, oh my God, this is really, really cool. So I talk really fast. So excitement. So what is your magnetic, what's going to be the thing that's going to allow you to be more visible? How is that going to impact? What is it going to create for you? So there's two messages with this: Akashic Records and stepping into visibility, into your power in a bigger way. So as I say, that was my year 8. It was indirectly happened. And once I've started the momentum with my events and speaking, it was just like, I need to keep going because I really want to get the Akashic Records and the benefits of the Akashic Records out to more people. So it was just natural momentum that I continued to ride on. Year 9, I'm going into a personal year 9 and a universal year 9. So who knows? But I picked card 3 as my main focus. So the Akashic Records, I know the Akashic Records going to be a part of that. Clearly, visibility is still part of that, and being really visible or stepping into visibility in a bigger way, maybe in a slightly different way. I'm going to just see what kind of evolves, but have that in kind of the back of my mind driving me. I know that from an Akashic Records cards perspective, I'm going to be starting the Magic Circle, the Akashic Magic Circle, which is a space for those that have the card deck, have my card deck, so that we can go much deeper with this healing tool, with this modality, and you have the support, you have the inspiration to understand how to use this deck to its fullest expression. I'm still learning about this deck. I didn't realize what I had channeled until, you really get into the depths of it. And, it can take me a little bit of time to be able to do that. And, I'm still doing it. I'm still learning. I'm still understanding it. This is a tool that's really opening up so many things for me, and also the students that have stepped into the certification. There was 40 students. They're really understanding also that this is just not a card deck. It is something way more. Okay, so soul alignment. This is what's going to bring soul alignment. This is your cherry on top for the first week of 2025. It's family ties. I am sure that we had this not so long ago, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. So family ties, soul alignments. So there's a couple of messages again with this particular card. So soul alignment, you may find that there's family connection, family connections that either need to be strengthened, and maybe there's some apologies and compromise that need to happen, but also there could be some releasing and letting go, and just realizing that sometimes relationships are taken as far as they can go, and it is time to let go. And I know that can come with fear, it can come with pain, it can come with sadness, but perhaps just looking at beyond that relationship and what life would look like without that person necessarily so much in there. What would be the new seeds? What would be the opportunity, the potential for you personally, for you? That's the things that maybe we need to start looking at when we're making these adjustments and tweaks to our relationships and our connections, when we are considering stepping back. And that's all we have to do at the moment, is just step back, one step back. Do it very gently. For some of you, you may want to do it in a more kind of dramatic, not dramatic as in bad, but just be like, no, I'm cutting my losses. That's it, done. And some people are really good at doing that. Not everybody is, and not everybody needs to. We're all different. We're all unique. So family ties. So soul alignment. Where does there need to be an alignment from a soul's perspective? Your soul, their soul. Where is the alignment needed? Is it stronger connection, or is it a letting go and a release, and lovingly releasing and realizing we've done everything that we need to do with this relationship, with this connection. We've learned everything that we've needed to learn. We've got as far as we needed to get. That was planned, that was contracted. And now, if we can both say goodbye in whatever way we need to do that, then we can continue to evolve and grow. That's perfect. What I'm also getting here is very much that we've got the wisdom with the oak tree. So that's kind of us being a connector of people. So maybe being the bridge, being the person that brings certain members of the family or friendships a tribe, community together, and getting them to see or compromise or see each other's point of view and being the bridge, being the healing bridge, because we've got this beautiful rainbow and we've got doves here as well. So meaning this peace. So bringing peace to perhaps those members of people that we know that are not seeing eye to eye. So us being that connector, us being the peace bringer. So you might find that that's the soul alignment that is needed for this week. The other thing is what I'm also getting is just feeling safe and secure in your root chakra, in your family setup, or just in your kind of like home, environment. It's feeling safe, it's feeling secure. If you are not, what things feel wobbly, what things feel unstable, usually that can come down to money or it can come down to health, of course, relationships as well. This is soul alignment. Which thing is giving the most instability, and use that as your focus. And you have one focus, because otherwise we get overwhelmed. And usually when we focus on the one thing, it has that positive ripple effect on the other things anyway. So where do you feel unstable? Where do you feel unhappy? That's the thing. What are you fearing? What do you have insecurities about? Where is there this lack of stability? Soul alignment is where the stability is. Now, stability, I want to just put a caveat here. Stability isn't staying in something that means that you're unhappy. Sometimes we stay in things, situations, relationships, etc., because it is serving a purpose, as in stable, financial, roof over the house, roof over your head, that type of thing. That's a good short-term solution, but long-term, from a happiness and well-being perspective, you may find that actually that then starts to have a negative impact. So if that's the case, then that doesn't mean that you suddenly just kind of pack up and leave and, you have then all of this insecurity about financial. It's just recognizing, first of all, and admitting, actually, I am staying here because it financially serves me at the moment. And just admitting that to yourself is a massive step. And that might be all that you do from a soul alignment perspective. But you then may want to start to make a bit of a plan. Okay, so I'm recognizing and admitting that to myself. And I'm not making myself bad or wrong. And I'm not doing that with shame or guilt either. So if there's anything around that coming up, then that's also an invitation to heal that, because that's not the purpose of this. This is about us taking our power back. And it's like, okay, so what's the first step that I do to start to be able to become more independent and not need to depend on others for stability, security, and safety? And that's just the invitation for you to reflect on, to put it out to the universe, put it out to your guides, put it to your Akashic Records, and see what starts to come back as ideas, people, inspiration, jobs, all of those things. But until you admit that there's something there that needs to be maybe looked at and take your power back, it's going to just stay elusive. It's just going to be there in the background, and you're not going to then step into that best version of yourself. So this is quite a long one, but there was lots of juicy parts for me to start us off for 2025. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know if you want to have your own 2025 session, which would include karmic healing. This is different to my empowerment package, which is a quarterly subscription. So I support you for a whole 12 months. This just be a one-off session. We'd look at your 2025. It would include karmic healing. As I say, all of my sessions include karmic healing, Akashic Record healing, and alchemy. So let me know if you'd like to know a bit more about that 2025 reading, forecast, reset kind of session. All right, so love and blessings. Have a beautiful new year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and I will see you next week. Love and blessings. Speak to you soon. Bye.